Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you're watching this from. Big up to everyone who's in the chat. As always, you know what we're going to ask you. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1. Liverpool are through to the semi-final of the FA Cup, where they will be playing at Manchester City at Wembley. Anfield South, as we like to call it. Boys, how you feeling? Little tense towards the end of that game, but we made it through.
I'm feeling very skeptical to talk about what I want to talk about, because if I talk about what I want to talk about, I'm apparently a negative guy. But don't get me wrong, I'm completely over the mood that we're through. I'm not trying to bring the mood down or anything, so nobody misconstrue what I'm saying, but I need to just say it out loud, and maybe we'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'm looking at the Inter Milan game. I'm looking at the Arsenal game. I'm looking at even like the West Ham game. I'm looking at all these games, and I'm so glad that we've got clinical players and we're doing well and we're getting through these games and we're winning them. We are playing badly, and it will catch up with you at some point. We have to improve the performances. You can't be trying to win the biggest chances that there are, the biggest prizes that there are, in football. So I just got this Real Madrid game on in the background. You can't be trying to win the biggest trophies possible and play so badly that you're scraping victories against inferior opposition. We've got to pick it up. We've got to pick it up. So I'm over the moon, we're through, and that's all that's important at the end of the day. But the performance levels, they got to improve massively. I'm
not disagreeing with you, but again, I'm just going to play devil's advocate. Obviously, I kind of got to, innit? The game against Nottingham Forest, which you just watched, is a tough watch. The game against Arsenal, the first half was a tough watch. In the second half, I think we did our thing. Brighton game, again, I think we did our thing. I think we controlled that for the whole game. In a Milan game, don't think we played well. The West Ham game, I think we did. And the Norwich game in the FA Cup, I thought we played well. So in theory, out of the month of March, I think February had a good month.
You think we played well against West Ham?
Say again, sorry?
You think we played well against West Ham?
I do, yeah.
Well,
West Ham are a good
team. We played pretty well. We played all right against. Not amazing. We played all right, though. I think we played all right.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
So I don't think we've played poor this month. The first half of the Arsenal game, the Inter game, and today's game, they were tough watches.
I'd say till we scored against Arsenal.
Do you know what it is?
Maybe you're right, actually, to be fair.
If I'm being honest, last couple of games, we haven't played that great, yeah? And to a degree, kind of expected, because there's always going to be a drop-off where your team looks a bit leggy. Obviously, we're looking tired. And when you're tired, you make mistakes. Mental fatigue creeps in. But I've said this from start of the season, and people can quote me on this. I said the sign of a good team is a team that can win when not playing well. I've also said the sign of a good player when we're talking about Salah months back. I was like, do you know what? Even though Salah can sometimes have them games, yeah, when he scores, though, you still got to understand like the importance of it. Like being able to still contribute to a win or get a win is still a huge factor. Because obviously, here's the thing: you can do it every now and again, and some people might just say you're lucky. But I think we're a team that's kind of shown over this season and the seasons gone by, we are a great team and a good team, if not a great team, and a team that when it counts, bruv, you can dig it out. Not every game you're gonna just batter the opponent, and because you've got more quality than them. Because when they throw things at your face and you're tired and you make mistakes, you can look kind of mad in it. But you see today we didn't play well, just right, spot on the money. We didn't play well at all, Drift. Fully agree with you. But you want to know something as well? I still have that belief of when push comes to shove, though, we're able to kind of like just dig out that result. And we've done that over the last like couple of games, because even the Arsenal game, as Cal said, first half didn't play well at all. Second half, we were saying like, there's no way we're gonna play that again in second half, and we dug out that result. And then tonight is the perfect example of like, a team in a different league from you is moving to you. They're in your face. Can you match them? We didn't really match them, but when it counted, we were like, all right, we've got to step on the metal now, because we have to do something here. And we was able to do that. Maybe we got a bit lucky as well. Don't get twisted, but with great teams as well. And in football, you do get a bit of luck. And I think, yeah, we're where we need to be when every competition that we want to win. We're where we need to be. Make no mistake about that. You know what I mean?
Although, just quickly, Cal, before I forget, Matt, the only thing I will say on what you were saying, definitely you can't win every game well, and you've got to grind out games, 100%. Yeah. But what you can't do is make it a habit. And I feel like we're starting to make it a habit, bro. And if you make it a habit, eventually somebody's going to catch you out. That's where I'm worried about. It's not we play 4 or 5 really good games, then we have a game where we scrape it. You go, oh, you're allowed to have those. It's like we're having 1 good game, 2 scrapers, 1 good game, 2 scrapers. Like we're making it a habit of scraping through games. That's got to change if we want to win everything, bro. It just has.
Yeah, and just quickly.
Go on, Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and just quickly as well, like what Cal said. I don't know if we was on the air when Cal said it, but credit to Cal, because Cal was like, we need the break in it. Remember, Cal, you said that we need the break, and I feel like the break is whether I know it's international duty. Well. Yeah, I know it's like international duty players will still play, but just that Premier League intensity taking us out the equation for a couple of weeks. Yeah, where I know it's international duty, but it's not as strenuous. I do feel like this is coming at the perfect time, and more so us than City, because we're 2 different teams. The way we play is very different. We're very much like when we're at our best, we're in your face. And then as season goes by, as the season goes on, we're less in your face. Then we kind of need that break again to kind of go back onto the front foot again. City are very different. They'll just do their thing until you get tired. We've never been that type of team. So I feel like for us, it's come at the right time. And I think, Cal, you're right. We need that break. And I think it's come perfectly.
So, guys, I'm going to just go through the fixtures. Again, I'm only going to do this month. Inter Milan at home. We hit the post 3 times in that game. Brighton, we won 2-0. Arsenal, we won 2-0. Today, Bobby should have scored and Jota should have scored before he even got the first. Again, not glossing over the performances, but it's a real problem at the moment. Even though we're winning games, the sloppiness and the fact that we're not finishing our food at the moment. Is that not the biggest worry? Because I don't mind grinding out results. Because I'll be honest, I mean, I do mind it. But you see, if we put our chances away or we're more clinical, I don't think we're having these discussions. Because goals change games.
To a degree, you're bang on the money. But I've got a multitude of opportunities we've given away in my head that petrify me. A multitude of chances in my head we've given away to opposition. Like even just today, when they were showing the replays after the game, a free header at the end of the edge of the 6-yard box in the 80-something minute. That chance when the ball went through and he hit it wide. Martinelli had the exact same chance in the last 10 minutes of the Arsenal game. You've got multitude of times throughout those games. I'm like, do you know what? Better finishers, and we don't win those games. So, like, you're right. We've got to start putting them away, but we've also got to stop offering up chances as well. I think we're getting a little bit easy to play against in our defense a bit. Like, we're really starting to let teams have chances, and I don't really know how that's all of a sudden happened, to be honest with you. We're normally really tight at the back. It's weird.
I think that comes with goals again. Sorry to cut you, man.
No. Your turn, bro. Go.
I think that comes with goals again, though, Drift. Because you see, if we go 2-0 up in a game, we then they have to come out at us, and we can play teams off the park by doing that. So you see, when it's 1-0, your back's automatically going to be up against the wall because you've set that tempo for the game whereby there's only a goal in it, especially in a cup game. Like Nottingham Forest had 0 to lose today. It's a free hit for them, so they can throw everyone up in the last couple of minutes. The problem for me is in the league games as well, though. Champions League, we're getting these chances. Like Bobby's one today. I'm not going to lie. I'm marking him a whole point down from what I'd have given him. That pissed me off. Like, you cannot be doing that. You can't be doing that in any stage of the season, whether it's the first game or the 50th game of the season. If you've got a chance like that, you put it in the back of the net. I don't care how you want to do it, whether you want to do a rainbow flick over man, put the ball in the back of the net. Because you see, if we score that chance there,
Really.
the whole dynamic of this game, in my opinion, looks so different, bro.
That I agree with. I still think it's a bit harsh to say that you're gonna like deduct him a score for
The
missing.
whole point is gone, bro.
Fair enough.
You're harsh on my man anyway, but if he doesn't do well. But I will say this though.
Matt,
No, you are. When Bobby don't do well, you can be a bit harsh because you expect you expect greatness, and rightly so. But what I was gonna say is this year. See how we're talking about how we're not being clinical, and rightly so. I was saying when I joined about Jota, how he's a striker and he's someone that build up play, he can be left wanting and getting involved in the game. It's like, bro, like the touches, like the miscontrols, bro. But here's the joke, though. Jota scored against Arsenal. Jota scored again today. That's 2-2 because you know why? He's a striker. And the more we get on board of that, the more we'll accept him for who he is. It's going to happen. I said it even when we bought Jota, when people were trying to say, oh, you see how Mane's on the way now. Jota should definitely play left wing. I'm sorry. I know people might not like what I'm going to say, but in terms of what they offer on the flank, what we need, Mane, for me, is the better player. Even if they're both at their best. Obviously, one could be in and out of form. But when they're both at their best, I want a Sadio Mane for what he offers and what he does on the wing compared to a Jota. Jota, for me, you can tell, he is literally a striker playing on the wing. It will be like if Origi played there. It's the same thing. And like today,
he's reinvented himself like that, man.
Of course, yeah. And today, and people seem to forget as well. At Wolves, there were a couple of times he played wing, but at Wolves, they were playing two up top. Jota was the second striker. He was playing off a striker. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, he's playing off the striker. So he's never really bring this out and out winger thing, but he can play there because he's multifunctional, innit? He's Portuguese. Them man can do that thing.
They played a free sometimes. So yeah, you're right. It was either a second striker or a wing forward. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is though, last but not least, is perception. You see how we do give away a lot of chances, yeah? Let's not sleep on the fact of some of the chances, yeah, are actually offside. It's only when we deep at the end of the game, we're like, oh yeah, that one was offside. Because here's the thing, our offside trap, I can't even lie, our offside trap is actually like is crazy. Don't get me wrong, it's borderline crazy to the point where if you get it wrong, you get found out. But it's also crazy to the point where 9 times out of 10, we get it right and the player's offside. And in our brains, we think we just considered a chance. And don't get twisted, some of the chances that we actually give up, they have to be very, very, you have to take that well. Like, you see Martinelli when he nearly scored against Arsenal. I'm going to be real. Martinelli's shot had to be pinpoint accurate to get that in. But we still see that as like, oh, Martinelli could score. But that was a hard chance. And even today, you see the header drift.
Henri would have slotted it, but yeah.
No, I hear you, but that's on. But that's to be great. You see, even today the drift, like the header. Well, we gave her the header, bro. You're right. We gave her that silly header, but again, that header had to be Jota on the end of it. You know what I mean? We got to give ourselves a bit more credit.
That header was a terrible miss. If one of our players missed that header, all hell would have broke loose.
I just said no. But what I said is, see the header. The header for me. You see that it lacked power. That had to be a Jota on the end of that. See how any man on the end of that, see what they do. But if you've got someone that really knows what they're doing, I think Liverpool played the percentage game a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe.
Yeah, it just has my heart on edge all the time, bro.
And we shouldn't be doing it, but I'm just saying, the offside thing, I think we got to just kind of just... We just got to live with it, man. We like to live on edge. Our defense do.
Nah, it's the offside thing's not even what's bothering me, bro. It's just the amount of chances that we're giving up to the opposition, and thankfully they're not taking them. Like, we are giving up a lot of opportunities, and I just think, why is the defense all of a sudden looking a little bit disjointed? Why are they looking a little uncohesive with each other? I don't know. It's just a little. I mean, today especially, word, they look like they didn't even know each other today.
Yeah. Today's a different
story.
That
was crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know Tsimikas and Gomez at fullback is kind of foreign in terms of both playing at the same time, but ironically, they were two of the better performers today. So can we even blame that for why the defense weren't doing well? Because they were two of the standout guys today, in my opinion.
Yeah. we look kind of we look tired. We did look tired today, and it looked like it's a game we thought we could coast because we're Liverpool. Forest were like, you ain't coasting nothing. We're gonna get right up in your face, deal with it. And we didn't want to deal with it. Only until someone said, you know what, we got to do something. And that's when we kind of turned up. And that's a bad game to play. It is. However, the effort that we put in to close the gap on Man City, to play the Champions League, to negate that, to where we are now, we've already won a cup as well. Man, them are going to get tired. And there's always going to be a point in the season where your team just kind of nearly flatlines. And I won't say we haven't flatlined because we won the game, but you can tell like mental fatigue has creeped in. We need to just have a nice break, come back again, and go again for the last couple months or 1.5 months or whatever, however is left, and do this thing. And the quad is still on.
Remember, I said to you guys a couple games ago, I'm scared we're getting tired. We look very tired.
We are tired. We are tired.
We do look tired.
This break comes at a good time, man. This break comes at a good time.
We are tired.
Most of the players go away on international duty, bro, so they don't get a physical rest.
Hopefully, some of them won't play. Trent. But yeah, we missed.
Yeah. Gonna read out the super chats and then we're gonna jump into player ratings. Big Les says we could potentially play City 4 times from now. Bring them on.
Let's not put that in.
Bring them on.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't even really want
do you know about the draw, Matt? Yeah.
No, what's the draw?
Oh yeah, we got
City in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, bro.
For real?
Yeah, no, for real.
We've actually got City.
Yeah, we got City, bro. Crystal Palace, Chelsea in the other semi.
What?
Let's have it, bruv. Let's have it.
And Gallagher can't play, so Chelsea get an even easier game.
Oh, we can't play in it.
We say that they scraped a 1-0 at Selhurst Park recently, and they didn't look comfortable.
Gallagher was playing.
Gallagher's their best performer.
Gallagher weren't playing in that game either.
No, he was playing.
No, we're against Chelsea in the league. He wasn't.
Oh, Chelsea. I'm thinking of City.
Bun
yeah,
Chelsea.
But a draw don't get you through. Remember, then it would just go.
Bun Chelsea, bro. Bun.
I can't believe we've got. It's gonna be mad. Why? What we saying? We still doing the quad?
Yeah, I'm down for it, bro. I'm down for it.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie. That's a
Edward says vibes of Man United, Arsenal both competed for the league and cup in 1999 and met in the semis. United won and had a psychological advantage. Same could happen with us and City. Facts.
Yeah, I like that. I like those. Keep putting them good omens out, Edward. I like that.
Big up to One Touch TV says, do you think you can beat City without Trent?
Makes it a lot harder.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it'll be so hard to beat them without Trent.
It'll be hard to beat them with Trent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but take out Trent, and I'm gonna be real, bruv. Let me be real. Trent is basically half of our system gone.
Can I just say something to you, look, quickly, that just put in perspective just how fucked up these guys are in terms of like they just won't go away, like a shit fly that won't go away. If we'd have got them in the Champions League, we'd be playing them 4 times in a row.
Swear down. Oh yeah, because it'll be
we'd be playing them 4 times in a row if we just got them in the
double champs and FA Cup.
4 times in a row.
I'm not. Do you know
how much I would not be prepared to play City 4 times in a row?
Bun them.
No.
Say it with chest. Bun City.
Yeah, bun City, but I don't mean to say they can't bun us though. We have to be like they're serious team.
Bun nothing. Them can't bun nothing. And to answer the question, can we beat City without Trent? Yes.
Yeah, of course we can. Do you know how? But it's just gonna be crazy hard. Crazy hard, bro.
I'm gonna have a little theory on that. I'm gonna say it close towards the game, just in case he's available.
Don't go overboard though and say that.
No, I'm not going overboard. I ain't counted this team out for nothing.
No, of course
City,
not.
Bun Chelsea.
But without Trent though.
Without Trent is a massive loss. It's a massive.
Without Trent, it makes it harder. Bro. Still not impossible. In fact,
no one's saying it's impossible.
Bro, you know
still
me.
Very possible.
No, it's possible. But what I'm saying is, without Trent, though, bro, what he offers is mad.
Look at the game that he missed at Anfield earlier in the season. It's not just about him not playing.
We played right back that day.
No.
Oh, what, Milner?
I know Joey G
yeah.
would hopefully have a better game than that. But what I'm saying is we lost a lot going forward and we're also defensively like misshapen. So we get affected twice by Trent not playing.
Let me ask you a question, Dave. That game was Thiago playing?
No, he wasn't. No.
Was Diaz there?
He wasn't.
No,
we're not saying, but we're not saying that.
No, but no one's saying we can't do it.
No one's saying we can't
it's going to be difficult, and it will be difficult.
Carl's been on that Kool-Aid that I haven't even ordered it. I ain't even ordered my Kool-Aid.
I want all the smoke, bro.
You know what it is, like, bro. I'm glad you don't smoke. Please don't ignite anything because there's a lot of gas in that conservatory right now, bro.
I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
She's gonna get lit up. Now, here's the thing.
No Firmino for that game apparently either.
What?
Yeah, no, I get it. But I'm telling you guys, Trent missing is a big deal to us.
Yeah, because
it's a massive deal to us.
Remember when I said to you, the one position that we don't need the injury is right back. And
because
I can't
it's the
even
one
lie,
we don't have natural cover for.
Yeah. Bro, I can't even lie. It must even bug Klopp because he's thinking the way how we play. Like, bro, you see Trent. Let's say Trent's out of position. We get caught in a counter. Virgil van Dijk clears the ball, gives it to Konate. He gives it to Trent straight away. Trent's first thought is, how am I going to get us into a position where we can attack? But this man will smack it 70 yards onto Diaz's foot and we are on the attack at the Etihad. That's what we'll be doing. Without him, build-up is different. Man's asking Robbo to do everything. Remember, we've taken out half the system because our system is built on wing-backs. I just don't want to not see us without Trent, man. I can't lie.
I'm trying to figure out if it's Barcelona 2022 or if it's Borussia Dortmund 2017 because the Dembele and Aubameyang link-up is back. Someone's got to explain to me why Arteta thought it was a good idea to get rid of Aubameyang.
I just saw that goal as well, you know. I'm not going to lie. Dembele's still got hamstrings. It's actually crazy.
And it's because they're in yellow, Matt. So it really looks like Dortmund, didn't it?
Yeah.
It really looks like it's Dortmund, bro.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Maybe Dembele on a free ain't the worst idea.
Genie Houdini says, question for Drift. You have to choose between Cal and Matt to box Mike Tyson. And if they step in the ring, Liverpool win the treble. Who are you choosing and why? Bro,
I would choose Matt because I think weight-wise, Matt would have the better chance of taking the licks.
Excuse me? What? What Drift said is, I value Carl's life more.
No. I know you both personally, and I know that your physique is a lot more weightier, where you could handle the strength of Tyson better than Cal.
I'm gonna be real, Mike. If you're watching, I don't want. When I say nothing. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If my Tyson even gave me one body punch,
I like more meat.
I'm in A&E.
I like more meat on my bones. I like more meat on my bones, 50. I don't want to
basically in A&E, fam.
I want to fight back. I want to see that purchase when I hit him.
I'm not even that. I've trimmed down. I'm not even as bro. I'm not gonna lie. I will get weighted. You know, Drift just sent me to the lines, innit? Drift was just like, I'm gonna be real, man.
But Cal's lost weight as well now, and I'm thinking Cal might actually leave the floor if Tyson hits him. Like,
no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
I would. You're right, Drifty. I would.
No.
I'm moving like a well. I'm 10 stone, bro. I'm 10 stone.
Drift said to me, you know when 50 goes, I can't remember what you know. He's like, where the fat kid love cake. Drifty just said that.
21 questions.
That's it, man. Yeah, saying no fat kid love cake.
No, to be fair, when I think about it, Cal actually trains.
No, let's move on.
Yeah, Cal trains.
So, yeah, you might have a point, actually. You might have a point.
Used to train.
Yeah, but now you train Muay Thai.
Yes,
no,
Muay
no,
Thai.
no. False information,
Yes.
fake news. No. Can I kick
Every
Tyson? No. So it doesn't
You
count.
might have a point, Matt. Actually, and
Nah,
maybe it might be
let's
better
move
to
on.
say
Let's move on.
because
Yeah, send Cal in there,
Cal's
not
got
me.
he's been in the gym more recently. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Cal's out here doing the
No.
most.
Yeah.
No.
I
You got
heard
the wrong
Cal's all
person.
looking to get into UFC and that still.
Nah. But you wanted to
You
fight
sure?
Askren, bro.
What? What said I get? What? What?
What?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I will fight Astrid even today, out of shape. I would. He's the one guy I'm never scared. Never scared. Anybody else? Yeah, I don't want it. Ben Astrid. Anytime, bro. I can't even front. Anytime, bro.
Boy.
So can I fling Matt in there with Ashton for the trouble then? Because Matt wants it. That's even better.
If that was a Ben Astrid question, I'll take that. But Mike Tyson,
even I reckon that with a couple weeks
Mike
training,
Tyson, I'm finished, bro. I get turned into a scramble there.
Matt would pack Ashton in a boxing fight.
Fair dues.
Not resting.
Sonny out says the players look tired. Ox isn't good enough anymore. Just to let you know, guys, we are going to speak about Ox in the player ratings, but we're actually going to do a deep dive into Ox's situation on the Monday Night Live show. So we're not going to go into massive detail. We'll touch on it, but that needs to be spoken about. It's a big
talking point, massive where it takes. Like we need to. Really
Ash says, "Team of men who grind it out." Pause. I love the performance today. That was Forest's biggest game in 20 years. Their stadium was bouncing. We stood up and matched them, and we're going to Wembley. Enjoy the moment. I hear that, Ash. I hear that.
Yeah. They threw everything at us for real.
Yeah,
for real.
I hear that.
Craig says, breaking. Pawson has just had his Craig badge removed. Facts. Take it away, definitely. Dinesh says, gentlemen, we won at the end of the day and the quad is still on this season. Don't forget, Mo Salah is not on fire, but he will be back. Watch out, King is coming. Makes you a little worried about Mo because of the game they've got against Senegal.
Yeah, and not just that, we're getting quite a few. I thought someone was good. We're getting quite a few players who are starting to drop out of form, which is a little worrying at this time of the season as well. I can't lie. We got a couple players starting to drop out of form, which means we need to, like, you know what I mean? Even Diaz slightly looks like he's losing a bit of form. It's probably fatigue, but it's still happening. Mane's losing a bit of form. Mo's lost his form. Jota's lost his form. We're starting to get a few players actually fall off a little, and it's starting to get a little concerning. Sorry,
just quickly. Don't diss me like that, man. Like, don't diss me like that. Don't diss me like that, please. I'm a big grown ass man. Big grown ass man. You understand? I will listen. Jeepers. People, what do you want from me? Seriously.
Thaim says you guys will be good to have 2 anxiety-free weeks. Facts. It will be nice. Still.
Yeah, man, need to break from all that anxiety.
Although I don't know if Egypt versus Senegal is anxiety-free, to be honest with you, but
yeah, for real. Chainsaw says 114 goals in 47 games. Teams give more against us. Very true. Yeah. Very true. That is a fantastic return, though. Mario says, I think we're starting to look physically and mentally complacent. This is a good time to take stock and recharge as things are about to get real. I fully agree. Ash, 11 clean sheets in 15. Our XG against is only 1 above. Is only 1, 2 in 15. It's never going to be perfect, guys, but it almost is. Most chances against us are actually offside after the chance has happened. That is a very good point, actually. That puts a lot into perspective. When you hear those stats.
There's still 2 or 3 that aren't, but I get where you're coming from, though.
That's still crazy, though. 2 goals conceded in
that is brilliant. But when you watch the game, as we all know, you got to put more context on it. And it's
I agree.
It's bad misses.
XG does put context on because we, in theory, should have only conceded 1 more goal in that period, and we haven't. Wayne said 3 points in the league or final of the FA Cup against City. Which would you rather?
I'd take 3 points in the league.
3 points in the league.
I know you don't want the quadruple, but the only way we win the league is if we beat City.
If we beat City, I want to beat City in the league.
Yeah, that's the only way we win the league, and I'm taking the league over the FA Cup every day. So
Both. Bayesian Bar says
Actually, you're trying to wind me up, you know. I swear down. About Matt built like Chisora. You crazy? Chisora?
I am never letting Matt get in the ring with Chisora. You're out your
No,
mind.
no. Aisha said I'm built like Chisora.
no.
Oh.
No, you're not.
Trying to say I'm just all mass, just mass. All man eat is potato and rice. No.
Man said Mass Effect.
Do I look, people? Let me tell you something from now. I'm not that guy. I've leaned out, you know. I've leaned out. I will listen.
2-0 Barca.
Crazy.
Jeez.
I told you, look, Chelsea going to wipe the floor of Real Madrid.
Look at the shoulder. Let me turn to the side. Look at the shoulders. Look, I'm not fat, fam. I've leaned out. Look at the shoulder. You mad?
Give us the profile.
I will.
I said, I'm not fat, fam.
I will pack it. No, I'm joking. If I get into a fight with Chisora as well.
I said, no, I'm not fat, fam.
Yeah,
I'm not fat. Are you crazy?
I'm not letting you get into that fight.
Bayesian Bar says, fellas, big up. We are tired, and you can see that Joe did a job today really well. Midfield was dead today before Klopp made the change. We moved. Agreed. Joey G looked very good today. Bayesian Bar says, Chelsea have no fans in the semi-final. Serves them right. Not our problem. Ash says, on Guri watch. Techie. Keep us posted, Ash, please, bro. Bayesian Bar says, fellas, I mentioned this to Drift. Play Simicast and Robbo against City if Trent ain't ready. Ooh, I don't know about that one still.
Yeah,
about Simi at right back. Don't know about Simi at right back.
I don't know about that's a big ask. Yeah, it's not like he's
massive ask.
Naturally like 2 foot. He's got a good like right foot, but even still, he's not like that though. Not on that same way.
Yeah. Pimp in Distress says there's not playing well Norwich and there's not playing Liverpool well. Different context needed. We are spoiled by this team. Pump the brakes on negativity. I don't think we're being negative, Pimp in Distress. I do think we've had a few iffy performances where you can look at, but at the same time, maybe sometimes we do go a bit overboard with things. But I don't think at this particular moment.
No, like I said at the beginning, I'm very, very happy with the win and the go through, but it's just something I noticed during that game. It started to resonate with me a bit. We're getting quite a lot of iffy performances now, and this isn't the time for iffy performances. But
you don't get a hand. I swear. No.
What's your impression of Spence Arks Jamrock? Very good.
Yeah, he looked good.
Very good.
He looked good.
It fits in Liverpool like a glove. Hand in a glove. Thaim says, tell him again, Cal. Bun City. Bun City. Remember I told you. Bun City. Bun Chelsea. Ba la 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 la. Mr. Tim. Ba la 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 la. Tell him again. Mr. Tibbs though says, if our opposition was a Premier League team, we got out today, maybe with the exception of the bottom three. Premier League teams don't play like that against us though.
Yeah, they really don't, because again, Nottingham Forest were that team where they're like, we don't really care what happens, we're just gonna go at you. Premier League teams are they don't roll like
us up. I think that's more what you mean, Cal. They roughed us up today. Like they were like they tried to like be physical at every moment of the game, basically.
Premier League teams are more calculated in their approach. Nottingham Forest weren't very calculated, bro. They literally just said, we're going to throw everything at you. A Premier League team won't do that because they'll be worried about if they make a mistake. We counter them. Nottingham Forest is not care.
Although Brighton roughed us up the other day.
And got nothing from it.
Very different approaches.
It's Gaz, big up Gaz. Still here, beating my chest like Kong. Quad still, tell him again, Gaz. Come on. Shout out to Chris back from LFC Day Trippers. Big up the Day Trippers. Get to the semi-finals, the bell end. Nagelsmann returns. Chris is not a fan of Nagelsmann at all.
I've heard quite a few people saying that they're not impressed with the way Nagelsmann's been this year at Bayern.
Yeah. It
is his first year there, though, right? You got to give him like time, you know what I mean?
Promo says, forget Matt, I'd throw Deji in to fight Tyson. I wouldn't, unless you want to see a homicide.
Unless you want to lose some money. Yeah, you want to lose some money, go and do that.
Mario says, Chubbs, I mean, Matt, you look fine, bro. Oh, you lot are savage. Taji says our skipper still looks 4th or 5th in the midfield, bros. I mean, I think Hendo's been pretty good recently. Still,
Yeah, Taji, I think there's a little bit of an agenda there, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think
lie.
Hendo's been
Hendo came
very
on
good.
today and made the
For
midfield
real,
better, and
bro.
he's been one of the better midfielders for the good 3-4 weeks.
What
I
is
disagree
this
with that, bro.
madness? Aisha, I'm gonna have to bun you, you know.
massive shout out to Rack
Man like
again.
Rack.
blessing us.
Big up,
Alright,
Rack.
big up,
Big
Rack.
up.
Thank you, my bro.
Donation.
Big up,
Thank
man.
you so
Big up,
much.
Thank you,
bro.
my bro. It's all love, bro. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Been with us
Chris
from
gives
day
a bit
one.
more
Right,
context.
day one. Trust me.
Drifty, I've despised Nagelsmann since the Hoffenheim days. Total bellend.
Fair enough. Well, we beat them, Chris, though. There wasn't
Yeah.
even any animosity. Fair dues, fair dues. We know who Chris don't want Liverpool to have as next manager then.
Yeah. Taji says, Jota been very horrible, but got luck on his side. I think he makes his own luck as well, though.
Because he's a striker. I'm telling you. Yeah, man.
When we get into the player ratings, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about that.
Thaim says, no, won't have the slander on my captain. Nah, we no slander here for Hendo either.
Yeah, there can't be anyone who believes Henderson's playing poorly at the moment. They can't.
No, they better not be.
They can't be.
If about Drift, you'll have me to deal with on that one still.
That's a massive.
There can't be.
Right. Player ratings time, boys and girls.
People in the chat, you lot are going mad.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think Matt would take Connor as well.
Yeah.
Said Conor McGregor.
But I don't know what butch he's smoking, bro. He said it would be a massacre if he got in there with Usman.
Yeah, I know, but that's.
I don't know what butch he's smoking.
Man is stiff as a board. I'll break him in half. Stiff as a board.
Usman,
you get a fight with me, you call home, baby. We made it. Kopish, we made it.
Hey,
break out the red panties. We made it.
I'm never gonna lie. Usman beats Connor in round 1.
Yeah, Usman bodies him.
That's not even a competition. That's not even a competition.
He beats him in minute 1, and he's lucky to get to a minute.
Like,
that would look horrible as a fight.
Dana is mad, you know.
Connor's crazy.
The disrespect is mad.
All right, Alison Becker. What are we saying about Alison Becker?
Becker.
He made that one little stupid kick out, but other than that, he was pretty much flawless.
Other than that, he was good though. I'll say
still
happy that sanity prevailed and that penalty wasn't given, because that wasn't anywhere near a penalty.
Maybe like
what?
I'm gonna say 8, 7.5, 8. I'll probably say 8.
I will say 8. I think 9 might be a bit high. I'll say 8.
I'll say 8. I'll probably say 8.
Can I justify it? Can I justify why I'm going high? Can I justify? Hear me out.
You go.
His distribution was good apart from the one kick. His handling of the ball, his reading of the situations. Remember, they were being very rough on set pieces. He sorted all of those out and never had an issue. I mean, didn't give away a penalty when it looked as though he could have. It wasn't a penalty, forced him wide. Can we?
I'm still gonna go 8, but you made a
I'm
good
still
argument.
going 8. You made some valid points, but I'm still going 8.
Can we do the 0.5 on it, or?
But I'm still gonna.
We're still gonna give it 8 though.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go 8.
I think.
Shut up, blood.
Yeah, actually, but no, if you give it a 9 and we've, I'll probably.
No, but I'm outvoted. I'm outvoted. Like,
I'll try to be nice still, but
but 8 is still a brilliant game.
8 is still very good though.
And you know what? The way he rushed out could have given away a penalty. He didn't, but that mad rushing out.
But to be fair though, to what Carl's saying,
the player.
Yeah, he forced the player to do something in it, and he forced the guy to actually dive. That's actually good goalkeeping to a degree. But what you're also saying is true, because if you get that wrong, it's a stonewall penalty.
Yeah. If you get that wrong,
so it's like it's 50-50 in. That's why I think an 8 is a fair rating for Ali. I think 9 is, for me, it'd have to be like maybe just do a little bit more, maybe like a match winning like save.
He'd have to have made more saves for me to get a 9. like
Bit busy.
actual
I know
save,
how- I
because
know
all
how
the
harsh
chances
you are,
that they
goalkeeping.
missed weren't necessarily good
I just say,
goalkeeping.
yeah, I just say, I say 8. I still say 8 though. 8.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Eight,
Still
eight.
say 8.
Joey G.
8 again. I thought he was brilliant.
Is that it?
Oh, what, you want to boost him up?
Yeah,
I don't mind if
man.
you want to
No,
boost
it's
him up, but
good
I'd have given him
today,
an
man.
8. And Cal, let's have a conversation just quickly. Let's spend 2 minutes on it. Do you remember when I was trying to tell you he was a better right back than Milner? And you're like, nah, man. And I said, no, Cal, he's much better as centre back. You are bang on. But I'm telling you, bro, he will fill in at right back better than Milner will. Do you
Yeah, no, he
believe
will.
it?
I
Do you
agree with
believe
that
me
as well.
now?
If you didn't believe me then, do you believe me now?
You believe me now? I'm
Bro,
gonna be
that's
real.
the second time Joey's played
Yeah.
right back for us this season, and he's been brilliant in both games.
I would give him an 8 as well. You know, I think if
Give
you're
him an
talking
8 and a
about,
half then.
yeah,
Do you know why I
facts.
wasn't going to go hard than the 8, Cal? Because I feel like his crossing could have been better. But that's not his fault because he's not a
Yeah,
good
but
crosser.
we're nitpicking at a centre back playing right back.
Yeah.
Like,
Ah,
that's
8 and a
asking.
half then. 8 and a half then.
Let me ask you a question: can Virgil play right back like Joe Gomez? I don't think he can. Personally, I don't think he can.
No.
So we got to give Joe Gomez
I
some
think he'd
serious
look like
credit.
a fish out of water.
Do you know what?
right?
It's not. I wasn't even judging him as a centre back playing at right back. He was very good defensively. Don't you remember that time where we got caught out and he was the one that covered? There was a couple times he covered.
Yeah, no,
Because
but
he
was
does
brilliant.
these things. He does these things.
I was just, like I said, I was just marking him down slightly for poor crossing, and I know it's not his fault, but some of his delivery was a bit under par. But if you want to give him an 8 and a half, I ain't got no issue with it. Joey G was brilliant today. He was arguably our best performer, to be honest. In fact, he probably was Liverpool's best performer today, if I'm being real.
One of the best. One of the best.
Yeah, he was brilliant today, man.
Ibu.
Oh, Ibu was a bit indifferent for me because he kept chasing the ball.
That's my brother.
He got involved in the fight, and I don't know if that was necessarily a good idea. He vacated space behind him by getting involved in that fight. I'm only going to give Ibu a 6 today.
Sick.
All right, let me.
He wasn't crap or anything, but I'm a little disappointed in Ibu's performance overall.
All right, so I understand where you're just coming from in terms of a bit disappointed because even I was as well. I wouldn't go as low as a 6 though. I just felt like there were times when I felt like he could have done a little bit better. There were a couple of challenges he lost, but then I think Ibu got better in the second half. But still far from a good or great game from Ibu. I just thought he was kind of decent in it. He was decent today.
It's a 7 for me.
Because they were trying to rough him up. I was gonna say a 6.5/7. So I said they were trying to rough him up and thing. And I was like, there's times he could have been
high.
There's times he could have been a little bit stronger. He could have been a little bit stronger at times as well. I'm gonna say for me, if I'm being honest, Ibu was like started off as like a 5.5. I can't have a front. He didn't look that good, but then I'll say he brought it back.
You lot are being quite generous still.
Ibu 7. I'm gonna give him a 7. That's my guy, man. That's Ibu, man. 7. I'll give him 7.
Drift, you voted on this one, bro.
7. There is bias in there. I can't lie. I ain't gonna front.
Gavi and Pedri are gonna make Barcelona be back, in a couple of years, man.
I want Gavi still,
We ain't getting him.
Yeah, we ain't getting him, bro.
I want Gavi more than Pedri,
They're both sick. Oh my days. Oh no, sorry, it's a replay. I thought it was free. So yeah, back to it.
Virgil.
6.5. I'm only giving him a little bit more than Ibu. I thought he was bad as well.
Do you think it was worse than Ibu?
No, just a little bit better. So I'm giving him 6.5.
Oh, because I'm giving.
Yeah, I think Van Dijk. The back two weren't good today. Nottingham Forest had way too many chances today. Yeah, I was disappointed with both of them. I saw Virgil losing headers. That never really happens.
He lost one.
He looked a bit rattled. That never happens.
I think he was tired, though.
He lost his man. There were times when he didn't see the man running off him. Like, it was Virgil, the guy ran off when he had that beautiful control, but just missed the finish near the end of the game. That was Virgil. He ran off for that. They don't happen very often. You know what I mean? It's a unicorn situation, Virgil having bad games. But today I would say was a bad game for Virgil. So I'm only giving him a 6.5.
I'm giving Virgil a 7. Yeah, 7. I think for me, I'm giving it 7 as Ibu because, in fact, no, dare I say it, maybe ever so slightly better than Ibu, but I don't like when I deep it, probably just 7 for me, bro. 7. Far from his best game.
Costas.
He was tired at the end of the game. Tired, bro.
First half, he was brilliant. Got the assist. Up and down. When he plays, we don't miss Robbo in terms of Tsimikas is just as good as filling in and doing those roles. Only got beat one time I can remember when he was chasing back and he like nearly hurt himself. But he got the assist. I'm gonna go 8 for Tsimikas.
I thought Tsimikas played very well. Tired towards the end, got a very good assist. He's the perfect sort of alternative to Robbo because you kind of can play exactly the same. I thought he was very good today considering the amount of game time he's had recently. I would give Tsimikas a 7.5 for me personally.
7.5 for me as well.
Wow, you lot only think Tsimikas was half a mark better than Van Dijk and Ibu?
Do you know what it is, Drift?
Is that, are you lot
He
being,
was-
guys,
you know what
you
it is,
lot,
Drift?
that's crazy.
All right,
He
hear
was-
me out. I can justify Drift. There was a
Yeah,
few
towards the
times
end,
where
he was
I think he
looking mad.
so the first shot he had was very good. He did shoot a couple times where I don't think he should have. Corners weren't great, regardless of what the surface was like. There was times I don't think he made the right run at the right time or was getting too involved in the center of the pitch sometimes. I think there were times when his positioning wasn't quite right. But at the same time, the assist was excellent. And also, I do think there were times as well where he didn't receive the ball, but defensively, I thought he was good for most of the game as well.
That sounds harsh to me, but all right, cool. Fair enough.
Now moving to midfield, starting with Flacco.
What did you give him, Matt? Did you give him a 7.5 as well? Yeah,
Yeah, I guess Simi a 7. 7.5, sorry.
that's mad. Fair enough. Yeah, so Flacco. So did you say
Flacco.
Yeah. I'd give Flacco. See, I'd give Flacco a 7.5. But I think Tsimikas is slightly better than Flacco.
I think he might have been still
I thought Flacco was excellent today.
excellent.
Excellence a
All
bit.
right, all right.
far. We didn't have control of the game at any point
Yeah,
until
'cause we were
he came off.
bit-
I'm not
I think
blaming him.
he
I'm
tried
just saying,
to-
like, while he was on the pitch, we had no control of the game. So
He gave us a lot more calm in the second half, but I wouldn't say it was excellent though.
Excellent was maybe the wrong word to use, especially in terms of the context of our ratings. I'd give Flacco between a 7.5 and an 8.
I have no issue with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we.
But I'd go 7.5 because I think Tsimikas was just a bit better, and I gave Simi an 8. I would say Simi was a bit better than Flacco, so I would give Flacco 7.5.
I would give Flacco 7.5.
Cool. This is where now we start to get into territory a little bit. Oxlade-Chamberlain, as we said, we're not going to dwell on him tonight because we're going to really go deep into that tomorrow. Pause.
I'll just give him a straight 5. I'll just give him a straight 5.
Well, Ox,
Yeah.
fam.
Might be a 4 from me, Drift.
Ox was dude. He was.
He wasn't good, but there was still a 20-minute period in the first half where he did pick up a bit and started to become more involved, became awake a little bit more, and was doing better. So I think 4 is a bit harsh because 4, I feel, is more for someone who just doesn't do anything for the entire game. There was still a bit of a period where Ox picked it up a little bit, which is why I'll just go average, flat, straight down the middle. But he didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game, though.
Ox sometimes looks like he didn't even understand the team brief. And that sounds really harsh. Sometimes it's like, brother, like, I respect you and what you've done, but sometimes you look so. There's times. This is one of them games where he looks so out of sort, yeah, to the point where it almost at one point like we're down to 10 men because it's like, bro, like your positioning can be wayward as hell at times. Then when you've got the ball, it's like you don't even know what you need to do. I'm talking about. This is where
I know what you mean.
Yeah, he had that one of those those
so
bad
here it is,
games today. But I'm not trying to say he's like that in general. I'm just saying today though, he looked.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about today.
He looked kind of off, guys. I have to be honest, really odd.
I'll go over 5. You kind of swayed me a little bit. I'll go over 5. But if he wants to stay beyond this season, he's got to
put in more in it.
No, guys. I think we have to just come to terms of saying goodbye to Ox. I think we have to. Even I have to. And I've been Ox's biggest supporter out of us 3. And even now I've come to the conclusion that it's time.
Yeah, I think.
As a wise man once said, God bless him, rest his soul. It's time to go. Is what it is, man.
With Ox, I'm gonna be real. I didn't like what I saw from Ox today. Nottingham Forest, bro. Like, you haven't played for a while, and this is a game where you can kind of show Klopp, like, take the game by the scruff of the neck and just like take over. But he never really. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I give him a 4.5. That sounds really bad, but
it's the entitlement for me, Matt. If you're
getting 4.5, man, there's no 4.5.
If you're getting subbed off,
I forgot,
If you're getting subbed off and you get caught saying, I barely play, man. Bro, this ain't about you, bro. This ain't about you. And if that's how you feel when you're given the opportunity, you've got to grab it. You can't have games like you're having and then wonder why you're on the bench.
Do you know what it is, though?
Bro.
I'm not. Listen, people will know this. I never make excuses for Ox, but I will say this: when you think about in recent weeks, in terms of your Minaminos, your Origis, in fact, I'll probably say it goes in the bracket of Origi, because Minamino does get more game time, more likely than not. Yeah,
Ox gets way more game time than Origi.
Yeah, he probably. But in recent weeks,
Origi is the least used player in our entire squad.
No, but in recent weeks, Ox has been a bit like that, though.
Yeah, but if you look at the whole season, Ox has played quite a lot, though.
No, I agree. But here's the thing, though. You see, some players, some people are some people can just kind of like adapt quickly. They don't really play many games, but bang, they can just play and give you a performance. Some players need rhythm, like really, that they rely on rhythm.
I agree with that.
You can tell he's more frustrated with himself because he relies on rhythm. We've always said that about Ox. He's never really like a. You would think the skill set he has, he could be a bit more of an impact player, but he's more rhythm. He needs games. He needs like 4 games where you're like, Ox is here. Because if he misses a couple of games, he kind of just goes backwards. And
his head's gone. His head ain't at Liverpool anymore. His head's not.
I do feel for him because do you know what it is? I hate to say it, but I feel like as much as I do like Ox and I like his personality, I like what he brings and I like him as a person, but I think in terms of what we need for Liverpool, I'm worried for his sake that we've evolved and he hasn't evolved with us. That's what I feel for him. Because that's frustration coming out there.
Bro, that's frustration. I just think he's being selfish. I can't front, bro.
No, you can't say that.
The way everybody's celebrating when we won the cup, today when we scored, and he's just sitting there wet-faced, bro, I'm sorry. This is professional sport. If it was a school team, then you're allowed to be like that. This is professional sport. If you're not going to be happy for the team winning because you're just walking around sourpuss face because you ain't playing, I'm sorry. Go and have a word with Taki. Go and have a word with Divock. Go and have a word with enough other man, Nico Williams. Go talk to enough man in our squad that barely ever get playing time and they're still smiling. They're still happy. They still celebrate. You can't be walking around with a wet face like that, bro. Just because you're not playing. I'm sorry. Fuck that.
We'll get into it tomorrow, boys. We'll get into it tomorrow.
Fuck that, man. I'm not having that, man. Man's all just, man, don't even care we scored. Man, don't care we won a trophy. Come on, man. This is bigger than you, bruv. This ain't got nothing to do with you, bruv. Like, what is that, man? You're bad for the dressing room, bro. I'll leave you at home, big man, if you're going to act like that.
No, don't do that.
Tomorrow.
In promos when there's a new kick, when there's FIFA, bro, he's hurt. You know what it is? He's hurt. You know why he's hurt? Because he knows he's better than what he's shown. I'm leaving it there. But you're right. What you're saying is right. It's just that, as you would say, Drift, for once, the human side, bruv, he's disappointed. He's probably mad at himself. When he's saying rare, he's mad at himself. He's not mad at. He's like, bro, he played, man.
You're cutting out a bit, man. Yeah, you're cutting out.
I leave for tomorrow. I leave for tomorrow. I leave for tomorrow.
Naby Keita.
I thought Naby was good today, man.
He was
thought
all right.
Naby
I
was
didn't think it
good.
was amazing. He was good though. He was all right.
He's a 7.5 to an 8 for me. He was good today. I like
You
Naby.
thought it was
man.
that good? I was gonna give him
Yeah,
a
no,
7.
no, he was. No, he was, bro. He was
All
good, man.
right, if you man, but
Yeah.
listen, I ain't complaining,
Yeah.
man.
7.5 again for me still.
Yeah, I'm cool with
I
that.
was giving him
You
a
know
7.
what? I
Fair play.
think he was very close to an 8. I'll go 7.5, but he was very close to an 8. I like Naby today. I thought Naby was doing really well. I was shocked Naby came off.
Same.
So
He was
I,
the
to be fair.
midfielder that I would have left on the
I
most.
was
If
the
I'm
word
being
would
completely
be
honest with you.
the
So I
word
was
for me
shocked.
would be perplexed because even he was like, you see Naby's face when he got taken off. He was like,
Yeah, no, he was. That is the right word. He was perplexed. He was like,
oh, okay.
but you
Just
see what he
can't
did?
realize AFCON's finished. Like I'm not
But-
playing tomorrow. Bro, it's mad. The way he looked, he was like, huh? What? Yeah, mad.
Harvey.
Oh, he just gets a straight down the middle 5 as well. Completely
Yeah,
missing for
but-
large parts of the game.
To him, for the people that say he's overhyped, he's not overhyped. He's a 10 playing in the right wing position, and he's also a 10 that's come back from a mad injury. There's always going to be games like this when you're young, they're inexperienced and trying too hard and trying to find your way. He still gets a 5, but let's just stop this disrespectful thing of he has a couple of bad games. He's hyped in it. Look at the man today. No, it's not that. It's just he's got a bad injury and he's played that position. The guy is a talent, bro.
But I can't lie, mate. You are going mad.
Yeah, you're going a bit robotic, bro. You're going a bit robotic.
You might have to cut your other stream, bro. It might be messing with your connection.
No, I'm not on a stream.
I don't know.
Let me go out.
I don't know what's going on. Uncle Sharma just scored, Cows. 3-0 Barca.
Uncle Sharma.
He looks like Ferran Torres. Bad.
Big up Uncle Sharma.
Chelsea are going to deal with Real Madrid, you know. Oh my God.
I said this. I don't understand. Like,
no, I know I agreed with you, but now I'm thinking more than 3-0 on aggregate. I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 on aggregate. I can't even lie.
1-2. Am I right? Am I cutting out? In and out? 1-2, 1-2.
No, that's better.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Elliot 5 down the middle. Yeah,
I'm giving Elliot 5.
All right,
3-0.
Bobby.
I'm going 7 for Bobby. I think Bobby still had a good game, even though he missed that chance.
Hold on, what'd you give him?
Giving him a 7. He dropped into the number 10 and started to play well when we made all the changes.
That 1-on-1 though, I can't even lie though. That
Yeah, but guys, he can't. One chance he missed.
I'm not saying. I didn't say. I just said that 1-on-1 though.
6.
No, but I know Cal's gonna mark him down, be harsh on him just because of that miss.
Yes, Drift.
Bro, that is like saying if a defender has one bad tackle, you would make his whole rating based on that one bad tackle. That is harsh.
No, I'm not based.
Blood.
But before if he'd scored the goal, he'd have been a 7.5 minimum. 6.5. It's not just the finish as well. The period after the finish where he kept on giving the ball away as well.
Yeah, he had a dodgy 15-minute spell. He had a dodgy 15-minute spell after that. But I still think he was good in the second half. I'm gonna still go 7.
You got to decide and vote them, bro.
I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest.
Yo, harsh, man. But fair enough.
Bruv, I hold this energy for everyone, bruv. Everyone can get it. You can't miss chances like that. You cannot miss chances like that.
Modric is looking every bit 37.
You want to know something? I feel like when Benzema don't play, these men are shook.
Oh, is Benzema not playing?
No,
bro. I don't mean to go on a tangent. But
they got no striker.
Everybody looked at me sideways when I said they should have changed their midfield. No, but who's better than da-da-da? Who's better than da-da-da? First of all, there are players better, but let's not even get into that. If Liverpool kept the same midfield for 7 years in a row, we would be going nuts. Roma should have had that midfield for 7 years in a row. That midfield should have been switched up long time ago.
They are starting to change it though, Drift, because Valverde and Camavinga,
but it should have been done ages ago, bro. It should have been done ages ago.
True, but I mean, they're talking about Tchouaméni and Pogba going there as well.
Well, we'll see when that happens, but yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Jota.
Hey,
All right. Bear with me for a second on this, guys. Now, you lot know I'm not one of them man who glories it when you score a goal if you've had a bad game, right? I will hold the energy that maybe you'll get 1 mark bumped up for scoring the goal, but generally speaking, you've still got to go on the performance of the game. But what I'm going to do today, which is cheating, but I feel like it's a necessary cheat because regardless of how bad the boy's form is, and the boy's form is worryingly bad, he is chipping in with massive, massive goals while playing terribly. And I'm going to also take that into consideration because I think it's still the mark of a good player that you can drop a stinker and still win the game. So I'm still going to give Jota a 6 today because even though he was bad, that goal was vital for the treble, for the quadruple to still be on. We didn't deserve the goal really. And you know what? 2 games in a row, he's got the all-important goal. So
sorry,
I'm
guys,
going to
let me
go
try
for
fix man. 1 second.
I'm going to go for a 6 for Jota today. I don't know if you agree with me. I clearly can tell you don't from the look on your face, but I have to give credit where credit is due. To be throwing up stinkers but still contributing, I have to factor into my scoring in terms of I rate the kind of ability to be able to do that, to be very poor in the game and win us the game. So because he's done it in a couple of games in a row, I'm going to slightly bump him up more. I'm going to give him a 6 today.
So are you bumping up his rating from previous games, Drew?
No, I'm just saying I'm seeing the accumulation of poor performances but scoring, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is just the way he's going to play now. So, and he can't keep scoring and we keep giving him 4s. That's a bit fuckery, to be honest.
Why is it? Why?
Because if he just becomes a goal scorer and we win games, he's still got to be given credit for it.
I completely disagree.
Because he's a number 9. No, actually, I'm missing the key part here. The position he plays is the only position on the pitch that I believe you can be a passenger during play if you still score. Because technically you still done your job.
Today he's playing as a left-sided wing, a left-sided forward.
But then he went up front and he scored. So it's the only position on the pitch where if you score, you've done your job. Technically, you've done your job. We do get a bit carried away because of how sport we've been with Bobby playing that, and he drops and he does all the link-up play and all that stuff. If you're a number 9, if you're Gabriel Batistuta, Hernan Crespo, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Robbie Fowler, who cares how good your game was if you scored a winning goal? That was always how we lived our life, Cal. If you're the number 9 and you scored a goal that wins the game, does it really matter what the rest of the game was like? You got the winning goal, innit?
I disagree, Drew. So here's why I debunk this Bobby thing. I'm not acting or wanting Jota to be what Bobby was in 17-18 and all that. I don't need that from Jota. And yes, he scored the goal. Fantastic finish. First touch was poor. Decision making was poor. Passing was poor. These are basics of football. So again, I'm not expecting you to pull off Cruyff turns and flicks and tricks around the corner and like Rabonas and all that. I don't need any of that. But if the ball's passed to you and you can't even control it, then we've got a problem. If you get the ball and you lose it more than you actually do something good with it, then regardless of the goal, I've got to judge your whole performance.
Talk about
Jota wasn't good enough. It wasn't good.
Jota.
Yeah, but like I said, Cal, the man's still scoring us winning goals game after game. It has to be taken into consideration.
I'll bump him up by 1 mark like I did with dropping a mark for Firmino for missing. But for me, even with the bump up, it's a 5.
We were 5, even though it's got to go.
All right, guys, take away the goal. What would you have given him today?
I'd give him a 4.
I probably would have given him.
But I think the goal put us in the semi-final.
The goal gives him 2 marks.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
It's the second game in a row. And as I said, I don't know if you agree with this, Matt. I was just saying to Cal, I feel like the only position on the field where you can have a stinker but still get a decent grade is number 9 if you score. Because back in the day, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Batistuta, Inzaghi, It didn't matter if they had a good game. If they got the winning goal, they were the hero. It was irrelevant what they did. If you're the number 9, all it's about is putting the ball in the back of the net, really. And he did that, and he won us the game.
How long did he play as a 9 for during the game?
Probably about 30 minutes.
About 20, if that.
But he scored, bro.
Yeah.
He
So the
scored,
first
bro.
30 minutes,
We'd still be watching the game now if Jota didn't score.
Listen, Jota started on the left. Yeah. At some point in the game, obviously he plays as a striker. I've been saying this for a while now. People can quote me on this. He's a striker playing on the wing. Today, he showed, I've said it, like he's build up play. He's not going to be that great at times. He's got to improve it. Don't get me wrong. So maybe Cal's kind of hold him to a standard where it's like, bro, you got to do better, which I feel understand. But it is what it is with him right now. His hold up play is not the greatest. He can make silly touches, all that stuff. But here's the joke, though. If we're going to just say he's a striker playing on the wing, he's kind of done what he's asked to do, and that's score a goal. Because it's the same thing like Divock Origi. If Divock Origi's playing left wing, I know we got to try and critique it as best as we can and be like, how does he play on the left? But we've also got to bear in mind that he's also a striker. He's a striker playing on the wing. It's kind of unfair to hold him up to a Mane or a Salah standard where they are wing forwards. Jota, in my opinion, is not a wing forward. He is a second striker. I'll say it again, at Wolves, he was not a winger. He was a second striker playing off the front, man. And you can see it because his runs off the ball are immaculate and his timing is great. But his other stuff is a bit like, bro, you got to fix up. And I think over time it will fix up. It's just that it will never be like maybe to a standard where we're going to be so happy with him. But I just think he's a striker and he scored a goal today. His overall performance was not good. I give him 6. I give him a 6.
Real Madrid are whack.
No, but if they're winning the league, though, don't get twisted.
Yeah, that says more about the league.
You know what I mean? The league.
It's a 6 for Jota then.
Rah, Cow is disappointed we've given Jota a 6.
No, I was actually itching my eyes and my nose in, to be fair.
Oh, you... that looked like you was disappointed in us.
No. Look, I don't really lose sleep over the ratings. I know there's a couple of people in the comments who have been saying that I don't like Jota and I'm discrediting Jota for scoring goals. Never once said those things. All I'm saying is I think if other players have that performance Jota has today and score a goal, the hate for that player. Like, I'm not being funny. A lot of people I'm seeing saying stuff about Jota and saying I'm being too harsh on him. I think if Mane has that game today, if Salah has that game today, they get ripped a new one in these comment sections.
Oh, right? Yeah, we know that for a fact.
Oh yeah. No,
I'll be honest. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I hold the same energy for every player in the squad, and I think I would be worried about one.
I'd actually be worried if Origi saw it, if it was him who played that game Jota had today. My Lord.
Do you know what? Do you know I keep the same energy for everybody? Because I've even said as well, there's times when, for me, I've said this many times, a sign of a great player and a good player is you don't necessarily play well, but you're still able to score. Scoring is the hardest part of football. Like, it's the hardest part. Imagine that you're off your game, but you were still able to score. Do you know how many times Salah's done that? And I've been like, and again, I'm not having to go at you guys, but some people have said like, oh yeah, but he didn't have a good game. Like, yeah, I know he didn't have a good game, but imagine this though, he still scored and he had a bad game. That's a sign of a great player because he does that. Imagine that. His worst game, he can score a goal, but his overall game is so meaty that we're upset with him. Imagine that's his worst game.
And I admitted it. I am bending my own rules slightly because, Matt, I agree. I am one of the people who does say that you can't only get a goal and throw up a stinker, but it's becoming a bit of a habit with Jota now. And as a number 9, if that's all he's going to contribute, I'm kind of all for it. If he's going to keep banging in winning goals, I'm not that bothered if he's not having 8 and 9 performances. I'm really not. As long as he keeps banging in the goals, then if we beat City 1-0 in the semi-final from a Jota goal, but he has a 4 performance, I don't give a shit.
This is what I was going to say, because
I don't give a shit.
Sometimes we want that perfection, man. The man's come back from an injury, yeah? He's got 2 and 2, but we're criticizing him because his overall game is not that great. That's absolutely fine. But let's also respect the fact of he actually did score. And if he doesn't score, how does this game look? Are we still playing right now?
We're
Is it
watching a penalty shootout right now, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Are you shook that we could go out if he doesn't actually bury that chance? It's the same thing against Arsenal again. Like, come on, man, we got to kind of like put things into perspective. This ain't Jota start of the season where he had no injuries and he's not even tired. This is Jota that's tired, come back from injury, and he's playing on the left when we saw from this season his best position through the middle. Because when it was Mane, Jota, and Salah, no one was saying nothing because Jota was banging in goals.
His performances were better though, Matt.
What's that?
His overall gameplay was better.
Why is
It
that?
was.
Like I just
It
said, he's
was.
come back off an
It was.
injury, though. An injury. Remember that.
And he had a lot of mental stress this season.
He come back off an injury,
this year. So
People
in
forget on
January, he carried the entire burden pretty much of Mane and Salah being gone, And he actually did it well enough that we won every game.
I don't disagree, but if I'm judging him on just today's game,
Yeah, which we should.
No, of course.
Which we should, and that's why I'm agreeing. I'm cheating a little bit. I am taking the Arsenal game and one or two other things into thing, which I am cheating a bit. You're right, Carl. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm starting to think if he's just going to be number 9 and banging goals, fuck his performance. As long as he's still banging in the goals, it is what it is, isn't it? So.
I have a lot of things I want to say in it, but I won't. I'll leave it for
He's
Monday.
a number 9. That's all I'm gonna say, innit?
Bro, I'm not
If
saying
you
it's
ever
acceptable.
remake that song, you got it. I'll throw you to Mike Tyson, bro. Jota's got his own song, and rightfully so. Jota's got a song, and rightfully so. If anyone doesn't think I love Jota, then I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, no. Surely people don't think you don't like him.
I judge people based on the game, and I think I've proven, especially today with what I've said about Bobby.
Oh,
whether you're one of my favorites
trying to
or not.
get Dembele back on the treatment table.
You get better. Jota will pick up. Jota will pick up again. He'll pick up again.
I'm sure he will. Let's quickly go through the subs then, boys. Thiago.
I still only probably give Thiago maybe a 6. I don't think it was like he was like game changing or anything when he came on. So I'll say a 6.
Thiago, 6, I'd say. I wouldn't give him anything higher than a 6. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving 6.5. You know why? There's one pass he done that just cut out everybody. I don't know if you remember the pass where like it kind of just he does the when Thiago does the eyes thing where he looks like he's playing to the fullback, but he plays it in that inside right channel. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When Thiago just wants to, just of a flick, he just turns it on, man. But yeah, pause.
Yeah, 6 I think is fair. Hendo.
I'll give Hendo a 7. I thought Hendo actually was good for the time.
Okay, I was gonna give him the same as Hendo.
No, he was better than Thiago. He got way more involved, I think, in the game. Yeah. I
For
think
me, it'd be a 6.5. I thought it was only slightly better.
I give Thiago 6.5. But
what do you give him, Matt? Sorry,
Henderson. I was gonna give him a 6 or 6.5. I'll probably say 6.5. Because really and truly, Thiago should be a 6, but I like that pass from Thiago, so I can't in front. Yeah, I can't in front. That pass, boy.
Taki.
If this is 5, I'm actually going to turn it off.
I'll still give Taki a 6.5. I think maybe because he's an attacker, it might be more like, oh, what did he do? But he was cooking still. I still think he was busy. He got involved in the game. He made Nottingham Forest the defence have to worry where they were getting a bit like comfortable, and he came on and he made them have to worry a bit. I'll still give him a 6.5. I don't think Taki got any less. Taki didn't get any less involved in the game for me. I thought he was all right, man. I'll still give him a 6.5.
It's gonna come up. All right. So as Kyle literally looked at me, gave that look, and was like, "Big man, if you want to take that bullet, yeah, go right ahead." Blatantly gave me that look. Hey, you can take that hit. All right. I'm not gonna rate him as highly because, in my opinion, I felt like he didn't do nothing bad. I felt like he wasn't as involved as Henderson, as Thiago. So I give him half a mark less. That's what I would say. And it's not nothing bad against. I just felt like he was.
So you're giving him a 6 then?
Yeah, I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.
Only 1 mark higher than Ox.
2 marks, 5.5 as well.
I gave Ox a 4. Did I give Ox a 4.5?
It's a 6 from me for Taki as well because I don't think he was that involved in the game, which wasn't his fault.
Yeah, not his fault though.
Diaz, I'm giving a 5.5.
I'm gonna give Diaz a 4.
I thought Diaz was worse than Taki.
Diaz was actually kind of terrible. He kept losing the ball when he should have kept position and got into the corner and stuff. It was actually really weird. I didn't like what he was doing, if I'm being honest.
Do you know what I'm scared of with Diaz? A little bit, just a little bit. You know, like when you sign for a new club, you got all that adrenaline, and that adrenaline just wears off. He looks like
he's tiring.
So his natural fatigue is probably how he is now, like his actual conditioning. But because like when he came on, when he started, and he's done so well ever since he's come onto the pitch, he's looked amazing. I think today, and maybe the Arsenal game, you can tell he's just that bit tired. He needs that break, like everyone else, rejuvenate, and I think he comes back to the same Diaz that his first 4, 5, 6 games, he looked absolutely sensational. But I agree, it gets a 5.
What we're gonna have to do with him, even though you don't want to coach the maverick out of him because he's a sensational player, is we're gonna have to just say, bro, just hold up sometimes on the skills. It's not always necessary, bro. This ain't the Portuguese league. In the Premier League, you're gonna have to learn where and when to use it. Every time you get the ball, it ain't a flick, rainbow, dummy, duppy man thing. No, I mean, sometimes just keep the basic playbook, like, you know what we call textbook. Just keep it textbook sometimes, bro. Today, every time we got the ball, it's like, right, let me just up here, man, and go and score the goal. No, bro, there's 1 minute left. Take it to the corner flag, hold possession. Let's just win the game. Those little things there, we're going to have to coach out of him. Those like Portuguese league, I can just duppy everybody every time I get the ball. That's not always necessary,
but
bro.
Again,
you think he was worse than Ox today?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I do. Yeah,
No.
I mean, he was only on the pitch for 20 minutes, but I do.
No, I really don't. Here's the thing.
He gave the ball away 3 times in that last 5 minutes, and Nottingham Forest went on to counter-attack us, you lot.
Oxlade-Chamberlain
terrible the whole time.
No. Ox had a period of the game where he was actually coming into the game and he was playing better.
What, for about 15 minutes, if that?
Yeah, that's why I would just give him a slightly better mark than I would. Remember, I'm marking on the fact that Diaz was only on for 20 minutes as well.
If that's me, if I look at it, if I'm Klopp here, I'm thinking I've got an Oxlade-Chamberlain who's been here since 17, 18, who really should understand how we play and act like he's never seen a team sheet, he's never seen the tactical board and don't understand what we're doing. And I've got a man that's just come from Portugal who can't even speak English, but he knows more what's going on. Bro,
all right, well, just outvote me then. I'm just saying that he lost the ball 3 times that nearly led to a counter attack where he could have just gone in the corner and kept the ball. So I'm a little worried. I'm a little disappointed. Sorry, at the game management. He didn't need to be taking man on and trying to score a goal when we're winning and it's the 94th minute or whatever. Just go in the corner, bro, and keep the ball, bro.
No. Diaz did not play well. Like I'm saying, like he gets a 5, but Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro. Like again, because
that period, the second half of the first half for me of Ox, he played well enough to just get the average and not be poor. But
fair enough. Matt, what are you giving Diaz?
I'll 5.
And what did you say, Drift?
4.
I said 5.5, so he goes in 5 then.
Yeah. I'm not angry at him getting a 5. I thought he was poor with his ball retention and his game management.
No, he was, but I just don't think he was personally, I just don't think he was.
He looks knackered. I'm a little worried about him, if I'm being honest. He looks knackered.
Bro, it's that remember, it's that adrenaline, like, man, bro.
And mentally, Matt, he's had to have a new house, new teammates, new country, new language. I don't know about you lot, but I would be exhausted trying to learn how to speak another language. Mentally, I can't even imagine trying to learn another language. So
agreed.
Yeah.
Klopp.
I give Kop a 7. I think the changes won us the game. He was very bold and did it. And we won the game. We're through to the semi-final. So I'll give him a 7.
I might go 8.5 for Klopp, you know.
I was going to say 8 because he actually ventured out of his...
Let me justify.
Oh, boy.
The starting 11...
Yeah, that's what done it for me. Anyway.
Barring maybe Harvey Elliott on the right, I think everyone was more than happy with pretty much, right? He gave Ox a game.
Yeah.
Ox didn't perform. Keita and Fabinho performed. Jota and Bobby should have done better. Again,
Yeah.
Bobby scores. It's a different game. Joe Gomez had a good game at right back. He could have gone and not played him there. Well, maybe he had to. He could have gone Conor Bradley in a crazy world, but that would have been mental if he did that.
Yeah.
I think he played the right team. Some of the players just didn't perform. The substitutions were absolutely excellent and won us the game. For me, it's an 8.5.
But here's
I
where
agree
I
with
battle
you.
that, Cal. We performed terribly. So even though we won the game,
Not
he still
terribly,
has to. He still no, bro. That was a terrible game overall.
It wasn't
When we're
terrible.
when we're doing it as individuals, certain people had good things and did certain things. As a collective, which is Klopp's responsibility, we were poor today. 8.5 is high considering how badly we played today.
But Drift, we say we played terrible, but look at the player ratings, bruv. No one's below a 5.
Yeah, because as you always say, let's chop up what the player did as an individual to make it fair on him. But as a collective, there wasn't much unity today. We barely had the ball under control. We didn't have any periods of the game where we had a 5 or 10 minute spell where we were like in control and calmed the game down and looked comfortable. And like that kind of does fall back on the manager, unfortunately. I'm not even saying it's his fault, but the manager has to take responsibility if a team doesn't control a football match. It's unfair, but it's just how it goes. So 8.5 is high.
But how can the manager be responsible for bad touches and bad decision making, Drift?
But that wasn't the only reason why. It was tactical as well, because he could have started to like see things and maybe change things tactically, which in the second half, thankfully, he did. That's how we won the game.
But I mean, if he sets up a team and we're in a position where the ball's passed, but a player just won't control it, or Jota's just passing it into an open area where he shouldn't have, that can't be the manager's fault. That's got to come down to the player.
No, that's not the manager's fault. But I don't know. I'll say 7.
So what are you saying, Matt?
Klopp.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I want to give Klopp an 8. Reason being, even though we didn't really play that well. If I'm being honest, I don't think we did play that well, even though the performances suggest slightly different. One thing I have to give Klopp credit for is, again, he kind of was thinking, you know what, let me give some players some game time that don't normally play. And we normally have a go at Klopp for always picking the Salahs and the Manes. He gave them a break today. He played Tsimikas, but I think that was obviously through. Is Robert injured, by the way?
Who?
No, I think it was rest. I think it was just rest.
So Tsimikas. All right, so Tsimikas played. Robert not been injured. For me, that's a good move. Thiago was rested because Thiago just come back from injury. You rested him. Naby Keita deserved to start. You played him. Oxlade-Chamberlain was begging for game time. You played him. Jota, Firmino. Who was the front three? Jota, Firmino, and who's the other person?
Apparently, Robert's got COVID.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Elliot, innit?
All right, let me just ask you one thing because we need to wrap up. If Jota misses that chance and they score that header they had from 5 yards out and they win the game 1-0, but the game was exactly the same, what rating you giving Klopp?
Probably a 7.5.
You would go that high on a 1-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest after that performance, Cal?
I'll give him like a 5.
All right, but hold on. But look at the parameters you just gave, Drift.
I'll give him 5.
I just changed one thing, Cal. That's all
you're
I'm
losing
saying.
a game. Losing a game to winning a game is very.
You changed two things, bro. The Firmino chance, it should have been 1-0 from there. That's not Klopp's fault. Jota's second chance, he should have scored. That's not Klopp's fault. Jota's
I'm not saying it was.
No, hear me out. If Jota doesn't score the goal, then that's not Klopp's fault either. If we concede that goal, that's not Klopp's fault either. So I can't mark the manager down because of what the players individually would have done. That to me doesn't make sense.
No manager's getting a 7.5 for an away loss. No manager's getting a 7.5.
So what would Klopp have done wrong then? What would he have done wrong?
No, you can't give a manager a 7.5 if you lose a game. There's
no chance, bro.
No, but I'm asking you. I'm genuinely asking you guys, what would Klopp have done wrong? So why is he getting such a high rating? He would have not got control of the game, because if we lose that game 1-0, the fact we didn't have control of the game, I'm livid.
If you lose a game,
I am livid, bro.
If you lose a game,
I'm gonna ask you guys a question then. From a tactical standpoint, did Klopp do anything bad to set up the team?
No,
but he took a long time to change it.
All right, but he did change it, right?
Yeah.
and we got more control in the game.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're changing those two factors when our players are the ones missing chances or giving away chances because of sloppiness, I don't get how that's the manager's fault.
No, but
No one
if
said
you
it's the manager's fault.
So
bro.
why are we marking him down then? This is what I don't
Same
understand.
way a
That's what I'm
manager
asking.
gets sacked if a team keeps losing. Like sometimes you just have no one else to blame but the manager, bro. And if we go out 1-0 today, it's on Klopp. I know the players effectively
No
are
way.
to blame, but like Klopp can't come away from Nottingham Forest losing. He can't,
if we
bro.
go out today, that's not on Klopp today. That's on
After
Bobby. That's on Jota. That's on.
The way we played today wasn't good, Cal.
So
It
hold on,
wasn't
let me
good.
get this straight.
It wasn't good, bro. It wasn't good, bro. It wasn't good, bro.
You win today, the players are the ones who get credit. We lose today, it's Klopp who automatically gets...
No. Because I'm not giving the players that much credit either. Look at the player ratings.
Remember when I said, yeah, a sign of a good team is a team that don't play well, that can win games. That's exactly what happened today. We didn't play well, but we won the game. When we took our chance, it was up to one man that said, I'm gonna do something and make something happen. Yeah. And fair enough, we give him credit for that. And I remember I'm giving Klopp an 8, by the way. But let's say that we lost that game today, Jota doesn't score. We got to sit here and have a conversation and explain why we didn't do better against Nottingham Forest. Klopp may have made those same changes today and we still lose the game, but we still got to criticize him because that means those changes weren't good enough. They didn't work. We can all sit here and say, oh, the person didn't score. But why is, as Drift saying, why are people maybe attacking us too much? Why is our midfield not getting control? These are the things that we'd actually look at, Cal. Like if this actually happened, let's say we lost the game. This is to your point, by the way, if we lost. If we lose the game, we have to look at that because we'd look at it, Cal, and go, wait a minute, not in the Forest are Man City. They're not Real Madrid. What happened today? As much as we can criticize the players, we've got to look at the manager because maybe the manager did get something wrong tactically. He set up maybe the wrong midfield, the midfield, not enough ball retention, or maybe Joe Gomez for that game, maybe, I don't know, wasn't the guy and we should have, and funny enough, we should have played Milner. That's what we would actually look at if we lost the game, you know?
All
you
right,
know what I'm saying?
But to go back to your point, Drift only changed 2 things in that. So when he made the changes, we did have control in the game. So that wouldn't have been on him then. For me, I just
not control. We played better, but not control. We didn't have control of that game really at any point.
And we did, drug. We had control in the game. What I can't perceive to me is
we kind of did.
How can Klopp go from an 8 to like a 5 if we lost the game when we had players on the pitch who didn't do their job?
Because I don't think he's an 8. That's the point I'm making. I think an 8 is too high. I'm giving him a 7.
I gave him an 8. I gave him an 8.
Sorry?
You'd have dropped him two marks for it.
If we'd lost, I would have dropped him down to a 5, yeah.
For me, I'd have dropped him down to a 7.
If everything stayed the same, but just that header went in and Jota shot went wide. If that was the exact same game, but their header went and they win 1-0, I'm very disappointed that Klopp never got us more control of this game.
A quick question before we end this point. It's a quick question, Carl. If we lost to Nottingham Forest today, what would you have said about Klopp? Would you have been happy with him? Or would your first feeling to be like, no, the players let us down? How would you? Yeah, go on.
Honestly, today watching the game, fully on the players.
So you wouldn't blame Klopp for nothing?
The only thing I'd maybe say is maybe Harvey shouldn't have started on the right.
And not only that,
maybe he could have made subs.
And I know because again, I know Klopp's giving him a chance, but maybe that sentimental value of he loves Ox, he wants to let him play, but really and truly, you got to be harsh in it. If you're not cutting it in training, you shouldn't really be playing. Because I'm gonna be real. If Ox was cutting it in training, I don't know what happened because that can't be the Ox that we see in inside training. Well, I see man bury chances after chance, like this guy.
But that's what I was going to say, man. We don't know if it's a case of Ox was performing in training.
That's true. That's true.
Harvey's the only one because Harvey's the only player today, apart from Gomez. But Gomez has played there way more
out of position.
Out of position. So that's the only one I turn around and be like, you know what? I think Harvey shouldn't have played. Apart from that, again, as I said. He can't do anything about Bobby missing the chance. He can't do anything about Jota missing chance.
You're right.
He can't do anything about Ox getting the ball and making wrong decisions or anyone else making wrong. He can't do anything about that.
What
Like
about the fact that if
all
that
said,
chance goes wide, Cal? Yeah, from
sorry,
Jota.
Drew, sorry, Konate and Virgil. If
Mm.
we were to say right now we're playing a physical, strong striker with a little bit of pace, who are the centre backs we're both choosing, guys?
No, agreed.
We're
Agreed.
choosing
Yeah, no,
Ibra and
that,
Virgil
that's
to do.
not that's not
No,
why I'm
hear me out.
marking
Let
him
me land.
down,
Let me
bro.
land. Now let me land. Let me land. This is what I'm saying. So Klopp did that to counteract that. In terms of fullbacks, he's got no Robbo and he's got no Trent, and there's no Millie. So those are the only two fullbacks he could have gone with, and the two fullbacks had very good games. The midfield, Ox, Naby, and Keita should easily be dealing with Nottingham Forest from a personnel standpoint.
Yeah, agreed.
He changed it, and he got control in the game by bringing on Hendo, Thiago, and in the front three, I keep on saying it. Harvey, I'll give an exception to. Bobby can't miss that chance, and Jota was not good today.
Okay, Cal, so that's my point I was going to make. So if we lose that game 1-0 in the scenario I said, you're sitting there saying, how the fuck, maybe not fuck, but how the fuck did Klopp leave Bobby and Jota on the field for 90 minutes? That's terrible management. You should have done something to get a goal. Rare. Bro, there's no way that Klopp gets a 7.5 if we lose that game 1-0, Cal. Not a chance.
Who else can you bring? We've got 5 subs we can make, Drew. Who else do you bring on then?
Well, Origi would have been on the bench for a start.
All right. Let's just end this.
And that would be besides the point, but it would still be like, well, when he made the 4 changes, why wasn't Jota one of them? He was having a terrible game.
How many?
You don't wanted to give him a 4. Jota was terrible today. But he played the whole 90 minutes. Ain't that on the manager if we don't win? I'm not saying.
But he played the 90 minutes, Drew, because he scored the goal. He scored the goal, so you can't. There's no point.
No, but he scored the goal after the change, Cal.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But we still had one change left to make, though, Drift.
How many clear-cut chances did we have today?
We could argue about this forever, guys. Let's
no, just quickly. How many clear-cut chances did we have today? Roughly, would you say roughly?
Probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4,
including the goal.
Okay. Reason being, because I'm saying, like, if you have a bag of chances and you don't score, you kind of got to look at the players. You can't really blame the manager. But if you've got 2 to 3 is a tough one. Even I can't judge. If you've got 2 to 3, it's like, is it the players? Is it the manager? Because then the manager's got to look at that and go, "You've missed too many." Do you guys trying to say as well? Like, so I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one. But I'm still giving. After all this, I was giving him an 8 though. That's the
So we'll meet in the middle again. So it's an 8 for Klopp then.
Yeah. By the way, Real Madrid are getting moved to, you know.
Yeah.
No Benzema, no hope.
Who's man of the match for Liverpool then?
Gomez for me.
Ooh, man of the match. It weren't clear for me, you know. I know Gomez played well, but because he played that position, we kind of maybe wondering whether we're giving him that. Maybe. For
me, it's Gomez.
You think it's Gomez?
Yeah, Gomez was very good today.
Yeah. Well, that's
you know, so mad. What did we give Gomez just out of interest?
8.5.
8.5.
We didn't it? Oh yeah, I forgot the ratings there. Duh.
Yeah, it's Gomez. Gomez is man.
I was just trying to think. Yeah, like. No, you're right. Probably is Gomez. I was just trying to think, have we kind of given him that bump because he played that position? But you kind of got to factor that in anyway. To be fair, when a player plays that position and plays that well,
I didn't even
play. He just played well.
I just thought he had a really good game.
But I'm cool with that though.
We're through to the semis, people. That's all that matters.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes we talk like we've lost the game, but this is what I'm saying. Like how we are like a well-oiled machine, and when things don't necessarily all kick into place, like we sometimes get like we're maybe a bit overcritical at times. But like I said before, guys, like this is always going to happen. And like what Cal said, we needed this break. We're getting that break now, so let's hope the players kind of take full advantage of it. Don't go too ham in the internationals, and you know what I mean, can rest a little bit, because I do think like there's more to us in it. We just got to that point where we kind of flatline, so to speak, and plateaued or whatever you want to call it.
Very true. Over the moon with that. As I said, the quad's still on. Still beating my chest.
Still there, baby.
Still think it can happen. think there's a good chance of it.
Yeah,
A very good chance.
We will see. We will see.
Oh
Will
my, Lucas
indeed.
Vasquez,
Will
that's why you play
indeed.
right back. We move.
Guys, we will be back. What are we? Monday. Tomorrow we'll be back for the Monday night live tomorrow. So make sure you check us out for that. That'll be the normal time of 7 tomorrow. So make sure you're in tune for that. Just gonna get through some super chats before we sign off properly. It's Gaz says, I will take Mike Tyson. As long as the money goes to my family, I'll no longer be on this earth. Lit funeral with the amount of fun. For real. Promo, Matt O'Connor at the press conference. Look at my shoulder, I'm kneeing blood. Connor, my foot was a balloon. Matt, you should have seen it. It says Ali is the best Brazilian/German goalkeeper right now. German,
what?
Yeah, what has he got? German in
Ali
him?
is the best. Is he got German in him? I didn't know that, by the way.
No. Jamrock says Ox appears to be a rhythm player bet with game time.
That's what I said, man. That's what I said.
We've got quite a few players in our team that allow that, to be fair.
My bub. I'm just making sure there weren't it weren't one where I kind of trying to trip me up there.
No, it's a real thing.
Robbo got COVID, so he may miss internationals. Just seeing that now. Samanus says Jota was shockingly awful, period. Matt's hairline says, Matt, just want to say happy 5th anniversary with
think he means
passing in the wind. Oh, yeah. And congratulations on the 35th birthday to me. 39th birthday, sorry. And love as always, Drifty.
I have to correct my own hairline. You know, it's pissing in the wind, Matt's hairline. Not passing. Pissing.
Man said it's your 5th anniversary of pissing in the wind, you know.
I know. Man, my own hairline.
That is actually a lot of pissing in the wind, I can't lie.
Stardazing says the team PSG and Messi bottled it too. Wow.
Yeah.
Can't say PSG and Messi. It's just PSG.
No, bro. I can't.
No, this ain't Bob Marley in the Whalers.
No, but bro, if you look at the way Aubameyang has moved to Real Madrid, Messi does have to take a long, hard look at himself at the way he performs.
No, Jeff, one thing I will say, though. This Real Madrid ain't the same Real Madrid that played against PSG, though. Big up. This ain't the same Real Madrid that played against PSG.
Hold on.
Yeah,
so
fair enough. Benzema's not playing.
If
but
that super chat read
just their energy,
PSG and Neymar, how would you feel?
No, I was going to say Neymar was whatless in that game as well, bro.
Team, bro. It's the whole team.
No, let's leave Neymar out of it, because I see people. I saw a lot of people going for Neymar. Rightly so, Neymar didn't turn up, but remember, Neymar came back off a bad ankle injury. When I say bad, go watch it. And not only that, funny enough, Kylian Mbappe scored twice. Who got the 2 assists? All right, talk to me.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Neymar who got both the assists.
Both
as well,
of them.
So.
Nobody can say nothing.
Yeah,
but Neymar, you know.
That is real. That is real. Neymar got both assists.
Bad injury, you know. Remember, Neymar has bad ankles from his first season in Spain. It's actually well documented as well.
He's got bad ankles because that's what everybody kicks twice a day, every day.
We're forgetting about a man that they broke a bone or broke something in his back, innit? Remember that time when they mashed up his back?
Yeah.
Neymar's come back off a lot of stuff, you know, and people want to go at him. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of mad still. I know Carl wants to say something. That's why he's doing the whole.
I don't want to say anything. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there calm. You guys have got the mic, innit?
No, I just don't like the way Neymar gets disrespected, bro. Like,
I haven't said anything about him.
It's actually kind of scandalous. I can't even front. Neymar's done a lot in football, you know.
But anyway, guys, we're through to the semi-final of the FA Cup. We did it. As you lot will say, the quadruple is still on. We've got a 2-week break now. We're going to have some fun videos for you guys during the international break as well. Indeed. But obviously, we'll be back tomorrow for the Monday Night Football. So let the haters hate. Let them be salty. Just ask them if they want some chips with that salt.
Yeah.
Let the haters hate.
Big up everybody who watch, listen, smash the like button if you haven't already. Tomorrow evening, join us for the Monday Night Live show. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, however and what time it is where you are. Bless up. We are Team Kop-Ish. We are through to the next round of the FA Cup. We're winning the quad. I said it. Big up to everyone. Boom. Take it easy.
Peace.